and welcome. My name is Sarah and Bob, and welcome to Bob Buys, where I normally go to places like charity shops, thrift stores, and retail locations to buy stuff for hopefully really cheap, to flip on sites like Amazon, Etsy, and eBay for a profit. I say normally because this video we are going to talk about everything mugs. You guys have seen me buy a lot of mugs over the past, few months and since I started this channel. Mugs are one of my favorite things to buy and resell. Mostly because you can get them for really, really cheap, and the return on investment I think is worth the time. Now, it doesn't fit everybody's business model, but it fits mine. If I can buy a mug for 50 cents to $1, or sometimes even less than that, and then flip it for 10 to 20 plus shipping, it just seems to make good business sense for me. But I do this part-time and I don't have any overhead, so that's part of why I can do that. I also feel like as a business person, anytime you can buy and sell something for normally over 500 to 800% ROI, that's normally a good business move for me. So I'm going to show you guys everything mugs. I do have a couple of mugs I have sold and will be shipping out. I will also show you how I would box up and ship out several different sizes of mugs, because there is a wide gamut and I pretty much deal in all of them. So let's go ahead and get this video started. Okay, so out here on the table, I have the varying sizes of single mugs that I typically deal in. And as a disclaimer, I should state that this video is for shipping single mugs. I do sell sets of mugs, so that is not what this video is for. It's just to show you guys how you can ship single mugs easily, cheaply, and hopefully not broken. So up in the front, we have this lovely vintage Garfield mug. So any mugs that fit roughly 12 ounces or less of fluid ounces, I will ship this in a 5x5x5 box. Now, this does depend on the weight of the mug. So this mug right here is exactly 10 ounces. So if I were to put this in this 5-ounce box with lots of bubble wrap and some like air pockets, this would get to the buyer pretty much first class mail very easily. So first class mail for an eBay seller, a top rated eBay seller, is probably going to be $5.50 or less. So I normally either will charge that to the buyer or build that into the price of the mug. So if it's a 12-ounce or less mug that weighs less than a pound when put into this 5-ounce 5x5x5 box, that is how I will ship that out. Now, if it is a 12-ounce or less mug and weighs more, then I will do, I think what's called the FOMO method. I don't know what FOMO stands for other than fear of missing out. So if someone wants to put that in the comments of what FOMO stands for when it talks about this method of wrapping the mugs, to where they fit in a padded flat rate, I would love to know that method or what that stands for. I'm going to show you the method. I already know that method. So this is a mug that I have sold, and I will show you guys in a little bit how I ship this the FOMO method. But normally if it is 16 ounces or less and it weighs over a pound, it goes the FOMO method for me. Now, if it is a grossly oversized mug, for example, this one that I also picked up recently in a video, this is a 28-ounce mug. This is already, just the mug alone is 2 pounds. So this is going to go into an 8x8x8 box, which I pick these up using my shipping coupon for my store. On eBay, you can see it as an eBay branded box, but that's going to be full of all of the padding, and I do charge, again, my buyer shipping for this. So I've already estimated the weight for this. Anything less than 4 pounds normally is going to charge the buyer between $9 and $10, and that is because I will ship this out pirate ship, because it's an 8x8x8 box, so that is a nice dimension for pirate ship. And I will show you guys at some point how pirate ship works if you don't know. But if not, if you want to know now, you can just Google it or YouTube it, and there are tons of people who show you how you ship on pirate ship. Now this is the other mug. This was actually retail arbitrage. This is the last of the tumblers for retail arbitrage. I paid $5 for this. For retail arbitrage, I'm trying to get, stay within 30 to 50% return on investment, and that is where I'm pretty much at here for this mug. I bought this, I think, at Home Goods for $5 about 3 months ago. And this is the last one to sell. I had a bunch of them, ones that said Hustle on it, which I was very tempted to keep. Ones that said Boss on it, Warrior, and Namaste. So I will show you how I ship this one out as well. Now, this one does not fit in a FOMO because it is too tall. Also, I did try to ship one of these, the FOMO method, and this bit right here got broken off. Now, because if you ship priority mail, you do get $50 of insurance. I just did an insurance claim. It was approved, so I actually didn't lose anything. The customer was happy. Well, technically, I lost, $8 and blah, blah, blah of shipping, but it was built in the price of this, so I got all that back. So that's okay. So let's go ahead and start shipping these two mugs out. So the first step in the FOMO method, at least as far as I understand it, is to wrap it in some plain white, hopefully craft paper. So you can do the nice light white craft paper, or you can do the dark brown craft paper like you would use for packing paper. And the reason why you would either want to use the craft dark brown paper or the white paper is because if you try to wrap something like this in newsprint and it gets wet, it could actually leave newsprint staining on the mug, which is a pain in the butt to get off and not something really your buyer wants to deal with anyway. So I always try to make sure I wrap anything that goes out for me that's a ceramic in either the dark brown packing paper or this nice white craft paper. So now that this mug is wrapped in this nice white craft paper, it is time for the bubble wrap. Now what I typically like to do is to make sure that the bubbles are in, so that means they're towards the item, not outside of the item, and I want to make sure I have enough bubble wrap around the mug to wrap it in 2 layers. Okay, so the next step in this process is to find a really nice thick piece of cardboard, and then you are going to wrap it around your bubble wrapped mug. Now I want to try to make sure that the handle definitely gets covered by this, so don't wrap it to where like the handle is going to be on the outside here. Try to wrap it so it is on the inside to help protect the handle as much as possible. So now once you have your mug completely encased in cardboard, normally what I like to do is take the rest of the craft paper that you have left over and stuff the ends so that way the mug doesn't move around inside here and possibly like knock on something. It's just a little bit of extra padding in there. And then once you do that, then you get to stick it in the padded flat rate envelope. Okay, and as you can see, mug is now inside, and then you just seal it up and put a label on it, and it ships out. It's great. So for large tumblers like this Namaste Ray Dunn tumbler, this is also very heavy, by the way. This is a problem child. I cannot stick this in a padded flat rate envelope. It will not fit. So I'm going to send this either pirate ship or I will send it regional rate. It just depends on which one is cheaper. But I'm going to do the steps I did for the priority flat rate padded envelope, except for wrapping it in cardboard because it is going to go into a box. This is another eBay branded box that I got for free with my shipping coupon because I have an eBay store. This is an 8x6x4 box. And as you can see here, it fits the mug and the lid perfectly. Now, normally, if this was a metal or plastic lid, I would not wrap it separately. I would wrap it just with this. However, because this is a ceramic lid, I did separate it from the tumbler so that way it was extra protected, because this is normally what would get broken if something were to happen to this in transit. So let's see which is cheaper, pirate ship or regional rate. Okay, so as you can see here, if I wanted to send this Priority Mail Regional Rate A, it would be $8.12, versus if I go to Pirate Ship, be $7.88. So I will be purchasing this label on Pirate Ship. Yay! And that way the amount the buyer paid, which was $8 for shipping, is covered. Hooray me! So let me show you how I then box this up. So now the lovely tiny box is going into this slightly larger box, which is a recycled Amazon box. And then this is going to get some nice little padding up in here. So I'm double boxing this to super make sure it gets there okay. And then just put a label on it and I'm done. So there you go. Proof that I do actually sell and ship out the mugs that you guys see me buy all the time in my videos. I'm not just hoarding them all. They do eventually leave my office. It just sometimes takes a while and sometimes doesn't take any time at all. So hopefully you guys learned something. If not, well, thanks for watching until the end anyway. I know some of you guys who aren't resellers, if you watched till the end, thank you very much for just listening to my voice and watching me be a dork, and I appreciate you. So I will see you guys in the next video where I will either be shopping or hauling something, or both. Bye! Bye.